Hey, happy Tuesday. This geezer's back. Oh dear. We are finally at the final week. Finally at the final week. Oh dear. Void was here nice and early. Double loot for GMs this week. I don't know if it's double loot, bro, but I'm fairly certain. I have a very, I'd say I'm 80% sure that we're going to get rank boosts across all three playlists today. And the reason I say that is because Bungie have done that for the last 2 seasons on the final week. So, unless Bungie goes out and pulls the rug from under Jarv's carpet today, I'm fairly confident. I'm mildly optimistic at best. You hope the returning raid is Wrath? Oh, man. I've been having a bit of fun with that on Twitter lately. Oh, dear. It's like when you want a PlayStation 5 and you tell your parents what you want for Christmas and they rock up and get you a PS3, right? That's pretty much what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Your expectations are like, here, this is where it comes in at. For real. Lewin is back. Good to see you, dude. When does reset actually happen? In 43 minutes. A little bit later today. We kind of, I'd say 95% finished the boys' bedroom. We've been redecorating, which is why not only has it been quiet in Destiny, the channel's been quieter. I guess it's the game being quiet's allowed me to be quieter to get IRL stuff done before the showcase, pretty much. So next week's going to be busy, so this week's going to be more normal, if that's the thing. Ricardo's here. Good to see you, dude. Man apart. Good afternoon, fella. Hi, Jarv. You're currently level 78 on a season pass. Will I be able to finish it by next week? Oh, mate, that's a tall order, mate. I mean, you'll get a bit of a boost on the reset. You should probably hit 85 fairly easily, I reckon. And if you actually do grind the week, because there's Last Wish this week, you got Conquered to maybe finish, and all the playlists might have boosts. So there's plenty of reasons to play. So as long as you invest in the time. Dark Messiah, member now for 17 months at tier 3. By the way, chat. This guy's donning the biggest cape in chat. We didn't know we needed a hero until Dark Messiah turned up. So I appreciate you, bro. Your support is legendary. But yeah, if you invest enough time, then yeah, you could get maybe into the early 90s, but that is a jump. Knock out those seasonal challenges though, because you do have them all available. That's your best option. And if you got rank boosts for all of them, then knock yourself out. A PS3 taped to a PS2, literally luminosity. I am like this close to making a meme, saying like what you ask for versus what you get, and it'd be like comparisons between the raids in reference to into that. I think that'd be funny, man. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be relevant. Jarv, just wanted to say, love your video, and you are so amazing. Thank you for all you do to this community. Yo, Brian, thank you so much, man. That's super kind. It's been pretty chill, man. This month. Oh my god, I thought June and July was quiet, but holy shit, August kind of came out of nowhere and was like, yo, you know that thing you like to do for a work? Yeah. It's gonna be well quiet, mate. Damn it. Here we are. Is it times 3 for all activities or just one? So it's times 3, as in 3 boosts are available, but it is 1 per playlist, if you get what I mean. So each playlist will have a boost, triple boost. But triple doesn't fit on the thumbnail, so 3 times kind of is the next best option I had. Do you know when Bungie Bounty will be available again? I mean, Tudor, they literally haven't done Bungie Bounties in forever. Dark Messiah gifting 5 channel memberships. Who is this legend? Gifting a channel membership to Luminoxity, Manapart, Rafe, Christopher, and Anonymous Walrus. Make sure to show some love in chat for the legend, the man himself, or woman himself, herself, themselves. I'm so bad. I need to get better. But yes, Tudor, we definitely need to see Bungie bounties. I did one when I was on Xbox. That's how long ago I done a Bungie bounty. And who knows? I mean, if Season 22 has a really good seasonal activity, then actually that might be a good kind of catalyst to reintroduce them into the game. Because, yeah, like, Bungie bounties would have been a way of kind of keeping the community engaged when the community's not engaged. Like, you know what I mean? They did the double, like, Twitch bounty emblem thing for a bit, but that burns off pretty quick. But if you do global community kind of Bungie bounties, then you at least create moments of excitement for us to enjoy, right? Oh, thank you, Luminoxy. Yeah. What a legend. Really appreciate all the reset videos. They help so much. I try decisive. I try and be as consistent as possible. I might seriously, though, have to drop the old This Week in Destiny name from it. Not that I've been asked to. I just want to put that on record. I absolutely haven't been. But I feel like they perform not in the way they used to because the expectation isn't met. The content within them. I don't know. I'm still sleeping on it. I'll figure it out. They published a small edit teaser for next week. I saw Jimbo was on it. Good friend of mine. Met him at the Get Wrecked event literally 4 or 5 years ago. Fellow UK Destiny. He does variety, actually, but he does cover Destiny, or did cover Destiny as his main game to start with. Has branched out. Might be something that I have to do and kind of intend to do. I do intend to play and cover Starfield in some degree, so that should be exciting. Which raid do I want to return or wish to return the most? I mean, I feel like it's absolutely clear that I personally would love Wrath. I just think Atrax and Vosic. Not Atrax. Why? What the hell? Why is I've gone like smooth brain for a second. Axis. Oh my god. Axis, bro. Axis would be legit. It really enforced the empowered bonus, which was entirely optional in Destiny 1, but was how me and my clan used to run it. Empowered was basically free supers, man. Like, why would you not want to be empowered? But it ended up being a challenge, I think. But yeah, man. Wrath, 100%. I mean, a lot... You know, there's massive weight towards Crota as we've got closer to the season. I feel like it's become... I don't know, man. I feel like it's generally more accepted to be Crota. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. Time will tell on that one. But, you know, Bungie could throw a curveball. Scourge could come back. They could completely rework a raid lair and turn it into a complete raid. That would be something. Death, welcome in. Bloody final week, man. Finally, dude. I was going to have to get a part-time job if this season carried on. Whew. What do I consider my main class? Great question. I started off on a Warlock. Throughout Destiny 1, I only had a Warlock. And back then, having multiple characters of the same class was a benefit to you when it comes to farming raids. So I actually had multiple warlocks at one point, but then when Bungie changed that, I kind of had to adopt the other classes, and then they've just been carried through. But since I started making content, I've always asked my community what they want me to main for a expansion. So we've done it for the last like 3. This time Warlocks won back-to-back, 2-time back-to-back wins. So we'll do that poll again just before final shape, just to give me time to prep, because if it is another character I need to get ready, they don't have any good armor or weapons. Oh, they have weapons, but don't have any good armor. Raf's the best raid. It is up there, man. They could really make that a great 2023 raid, to be fair. Benjamin, welcome back. Good to see you. You thought the new season started today, so packed every character's quest logs ready to jumpstart. Oh, well, you're ahead of the curve, mate. I've done no prep. Prep just doesn't excite me. I can't even bring myself to make a video about prep. The only prep video I done was about crafting weapons for season 22, based on some of the changes that we knew were coming. And with Deep Sight Harmonizers, your kind of availability to certain craftable weapons is kind of expanded a little bit if you didn't have them before. That's kind of like my only approach to kind of prep, quote unquote. But I ain't going to make a video on bounty hoarding ever again. I want that path. I want that pathfinder system in. I don't want bounties to be a thing, really. Not in their current form, anyway. You want the year 1 raid to come back and be able to get all the old stuff, the updated weapons. If they bring back like if they bring back Crota or Wrath, they have to, or they should, bring back the Age of Triumph armor sets associated to both of those raids. I'm surprised they didn't do that for Vogue, like have the normal armor sets, so then as you complete challenges, you unlock ornaments for the raid armor. It would give you another reason to run it on Master, because what's the point in running it on Master other than to get Adept raid weapons? You know? You know what I'm saying? Jarv puts on glasses, gets +10 to nerd points. Yeah. Yeah. God, look at that. God, if you walked in to a library and saw this sitting there, you'd turn around and leave. Look at the state of it. Gonna have to get that Rufus's Fury today. Matt, you and me both, bro. I can't craft that anymore. Like I could before, but like, I can't craft it, so I need to get the patterns. I need to get a good one. I mean, autos aren't likely to be the barrier weapon next season, let's be real. Ooh, actually, you've got 30 minutes. Let's quickly pay Wormface a visit, because there's some juicy, or juicy-ish. I mean, the term god roll gets thrown around a lot. And the god roll's a perception-based thing. It might be a god roll to me. You might think I'm chatting out of my arse. Both of those things might be true. But at the end of the day, you get to make that choice. But I'll show you, and you make that decision for yourself. What's the adept weapon for GMs this week? It is the Buzzard. Get excited. I mean, the Buzzard is actually a good sidearm. Sidearms are strong. Super strong. Yeah, no music today, chat. I got 3 copyright strikes last week for music that I was playing, even though I chose a copyright-free playlist to play. So we're kind of just... Why is this so dark, bro? What the... Is that cave always like pitch black? What's going on there? L copyright? I mean, I get it. But if I go to... This is what I mean. It's really... Like... I don't know if it's just YouTube, man. really. I don't know. Right, anything here worth getting? This is pretty good. I masterworked this bad boy. This is good. 120s might be meta next season. Remember this. Hand cannons are getting a nice, buff. Really, igneous hammers back as well. 120s aren't bad now. They're gonna be slightly better, arguably next season. So, worth getting one with explosive payload. Don't remember explosive payload kind of negates range drop off. By the way, so those range changes may potentially. I'm just gonna put that in. Potentially may not affect the range changes too much on this particular weapon. You're going to go on for an igneous? I think I've still got one somewhere, dude. Igneous. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got 3. What we got? We got Quick Draw Rampage with ricochet rounds. We've got Rampage Subsistence with armor piercing rounds. That might be good for PvE if hand cannons are like a barrier weapon or something like that, maybe. And then I've got an adept one that's opening shot, quick draw with ricochet rounds and hammer forged.
I believe this means a resource grab.
That's pretty. That's with the. Oh my god! I got a range masterwork, chat. What we saying? Is that good? God, you shit me up, bro. Fake cows, you shit me up, bro. I thought you were actually like, yo, it's reset. I'm like, oh god, I've got 28 minutes to mumble, literally. It's meh. Sweet roll.
Be careful.
Kind of mid. All right. Chat out here, let me know how it is. I guess quick draw is not really where it's at anymore, is it? Salvatori isn't going to be on the new version. I mean, no one used it on the old version, so I don't think anyone's going to miss it too much. Wayne, welcome in. Good to see you. What's the quickest crucible? You need 2 for zoology this week. Ooh. You don't have much time, bro. I think Team Scorch is pretty quick, to be fair. But next week we've got Rift and Momentum Control, so neither of them are going to do you any favors, to be fair. Maybe Rift, but you'd have to be on a team that's like stomping teams for those to be short games anyway. Is that an auto rifle in my kinetic slot? Yeah, dude. Look at that. Triple tap 4 times the charm with stunning recovery. This is like the perfect anti-barrier weapon. Literally, it's basically like Actium Warrig, except you don't have Actium Warrig on. But if you were on a Titan and you did use this with Actium Warrig, you literally would never reload. Your ammo's constantly refunding. You've got infinite ammo because it's kinetic. And Actium Warrig's just constantly refunding you anyway.
We got that ship.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Monte Carlo. It's heavily based off the Monte Carlo, this, back from D1. Which is why you got the bayonet at the front. But, like, Monte Carlo's supposed to be getting a catalyst. Rumoured to be next season. So it might become a dual utility weapon where it's an auto rifle and also a melee weapon, which would be pretty interesting. Actually utilize the bayonet, which would be cool.
I heard those explosions from here. What was that?
Yeah, but it's interesting here with barriers.
Taking out a mining lander, a ship, and a commander.
As you do. I stand in awe.
Overload scouts. They weren't great, were they? Overload scouts. I mean, if you've got explosive payload, that's not too bad, but I always find it fairly inconsistent. Unstoppable glaive I was a fan of that. That's pretty good. Unstoppable hand cannon. That sucked when Bungie changed the kind of timer on proccing unstoppable as a round. But once they reverted that change, it It is what it is. It might be the only reason you run a hand cannon is to shoot an overload, right? That's kind of it. And you got barriers. What else otherwise do we have? Overload traces? Yeah, that makes sense. That's definitely the more consistent overload stun than that was. Actium Warrig should get a buff. What are we saying, chat? Should Actium Warrig get a buff? Overload Bow's your favourite? Yeah. Because Limonarch and Tiku are actually goats. Yeah, Trinity Ghoul's pretty good as well. We're going to go where no one goes. Overload Trace carried GMs? Literally. Literally did. I think so, Who? I think it kind of rotates around to a solar-based season. I don't particularly mind that. Right, chat. Explain this to me, right? I noticed this before stream. So, you know, we were very unfortunate this season, or last season, to lose our beloved Amanda Halliday. And to pay our utmost respects, we have this monument here in the farm. However, if we go to the tower, 1K voices needs a catalyst. I mean, it needs... Does it need a buff? Does 1K voices need a buff? It might need more ammo. But it's strong as in my opinion. Does it need a buff? Ammo reserves, maybe? Every hit increases the charge time. Oh my god. So here in the tower... Yeah, oh man. Finesse. So Cade's got his little monument here. With his... I don't know. 3 flowers. Our beloved Hunter Vanguard, may I add. Leader of the Hunters. Okay, so Amanda's got a monument in the farm. Cade's got his there. Which is admittedly better than what he used to have. He used to have just a tile in front of Zavala with a hand cannon on it. That was kind of it. Decreases, yeah, I was going to say. Decreases kind of... Increase is kind of strange. But then when we come over to where Cade was, and Amanda... I mean, Amanda's got shitloads of flowers, bro. There's lots of photos. Where's Cade's stuff gone? Is this all Crow's doing? Like, is he... Look, monuments here as well. Look, is he sad because he didn't have time or didn't have the opportunity to declare his undying love for Amanda? Yet for Cade, he still holds some guilt over what he did. So he pays... So he leaves flowers as a mark of respect. I don't know. Crow's a max level simp? Dude, I'm fairly convinced this is all Crows were doing. I mean, he was leaning up against... Remember, it's back in Season of the Risen, I think. He was leaning up against here, just right next to Amanda. Checking her out, probably. What's that down there? Oh, shit. That's a, like... That's got like a goggles and stuff. And a belt. Oh, bro, look. Can you see that? That's her belt and goggles there. Not that we ever saw her wear goggles, but... Oh, look, that's where she went, you know, bleach blonde phase, look. This kind of reminds me when we went to, like... Remember when, like, the lighthouse had cool little stories that you could go find, little secrets and stuff? These are cool. This is what you call attention to detail. I have a lot of time for this kind of stuff. What's that? Oh, it's just roses. Roses. Loads of roses. You thought that Fallen was Crow? This guy. Has he got a new mask on? Yeah, definitely Crow with a new mask. Got his new threads. What's that, Chunky? Good to see you, Nan. Crow's a piece of shit for letting Saladin take the fall for him. Yeah. This is her ship all wrapped up. Look, it's not even hung over anymore. She doesn't need to fix it now. Oh, there's Colonel. There's Kate's stuff. Oh, Kate's here. Are you for real? There's Amanda's. Kate's. And these are secondary monuments. What? This is like the darkest corner in the in the hangar. What the hell? What's this? You got the final shape on there? Oh shit, it's got a square on it. What is that? I love looking at this shit. Come on, show me what's on that bit of paper. Getting super close. The classic. It's not a death counter. It's days since the last accident. I guess you could say it's a death counter. Who's been feeding Colonel? I mean, he's over by the tree. Like, has Colonel got a friend? Because he's up by Cade's, by the tree in the courtyard. We go this way. Lakshmi's gone. Oh, Lakshmi.
Looks like a journal and a braid, but I can't tell who. Pretty much the entire thing is redacted, and there are whole pages missing. Something about all this seems wrong. Am I worrying too much?
No, it makes absolute sense. Has this got HDR on or something? It just feels hella dark, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nice. It was great seeing you. We got to go, see you soon. No worries, Decisive. All the best. The GM weapon this week, Chewie, is the buzzard this week. Have I been in the secret room of the robots? Oh, yes. We can go there. This room has changed a little bit. No. You like to go to that room, pretend you work there. Where's that? That is down here, isn't it? There's a couple of rooms, actually, down here. I like exploring the tower like this. It's good fun. Hello, robots. Oh, it's Crow again. These are like Benedict. Benedict's everywhere. Skill issue? I know, man. I'm trash. Where's the hole? The room that's never been used. Do we know what happened to Benedict? I'm sure in the lore it does tell us what happened to Benedict, man. Oh no, Nathan. Let's not jinx it, bro. I do wonder what this room was originally for, like. It can't just be like a hide and seek spot. Yo, Daniel, welcome in. Party boy's back. Ooh, you scared me there, bro. Is there going to be a mission this week? There's going to be a Veil containment this week. So we'll get into that. Plus all the vendor stuff, all the Eververse stuff. We'll cover that right here on Streamstram. Remember when this room used to be like massive?
When the traveler acts, the world changes. For some, it gets better. For others, worse.
I wish they'd do a season for Ada again. That would be sick. And not just to bring back the Black Armory weapons either, because those were cool and all, but I prefer new stuff.
I keep expecting to show up in the bazaar and see Eva Levante here. This spot's right around where she used to set up shop. I haven't heard much about her since we reclaimed our home. Other than that, she survived. No one's heard from her in a while, though.
Yeah, we might need to update that dialogue a little bit. We literally hear from her every 3 months. Isn't this where the Drifter was originally?
I think this is where Banshee used to be set up.
Oh, Banshee.
You know that number after his name isn't for show, right? Amanda told me he really has been rebooted 44 times. How can he remember anything at this point?
I don't know, mate. Osiris used to be around here. He's not anymore. Cut content. Cool. Love that. There's an XA that's been rebooted over 1,000 times. Oh my god. That probably has something to do with the veil. Faux show. Oh shit. Let's go pay the cat a visit before he runs off. Got him. Right, where's the other data pad? There's a couple of data pads around here, pretty sure. Cool, love that. No one saw nothing. Warlock should get a witness-themed armor set. We've got like a Rolk one, haven't we? I guess that's the closest we get. Oh, grapple, dude. Oh, I got 7 minutes. Let's get to Zavala's office. I do like exploring the tower. It's pretty cool. I just wish they would do more with it. The issue of skill is massive, Slingshot. Massive.
Think of it as training, Guardian. You can only get stronger from this. Fantastic work!
Such a tune. Where's the speakers stuff?
Guardians live for moments like these. Finish it.
Oh, you got like... What's there? Is he doing a bubble there? I don't know what he's doing there. Another cat. Another little pretty cat. Where's the speaker's mask? The speaker's mask used to be here. I missed that bit of the tower. Behind that door, there used to be a cool area. Is it reset today? Yeah, dude. In literally like 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes. It's gone into storage. I know, Chris. I know, man. It is a sad day. I do wonder what... This is like the weirdest season finale I feel like we've ever had. Because normally... Or... We've had the expectation kind of set, at least, that we normally get some kind of epilogue kind of thing, and it kind of rounds out the season. But I feel like the main story is so sewn up right now that it doesn't really make sense to have anything like that. But I will happily receive a surprise from Bungie today if it means cool content. It's going to be make or break. I feel like we hear that a lot, but the general sentiment is very much along those lines. I can't disagree with you. Bro. Oh, they took that away as well? Oh, mate, they've literally taken all the cool dialogue away from the tower. Fricky. I'm sad about it. All the good stuff's gone. Unfortunate. After go, good to see you. Hopefully Bungie's put a bit into the finale. I hope they've done something, man. I hope it's not just log in and go to Veil Containment. I mean, maybe they've added to Veil Containment. Maybe there's something else for us to do. That would be cool. But Veil Containment is a Lightfall mission, so you're kind of expecting people to own Lightfall to be able to finish this season, which kind of doesn't really make sense. T-minus 7 days till the showcase. I'm excited, Trides, genuinely, because I know we're only ever 3 minutes away from being on the highest amount of copium you've ever seen in your life. Like, it doesn't take much to get everyone excited. We are literally a 3-minute cinematic away from being hyped. That's it. We're going to get new perks to the next old exotic gear? I guess we will. I guess we will. You mean 1 minute? I mean, I don't think they could hype us up enough in a minute, to be honest. Alright, let's see what's going on. Infamy. Valor. Vanguard boost. Jarv literally is just different gravy, mate. Literally, Jarv knows what's up. Alright. Nothing really happening. Alright, let's go to the tower. Let's get all the vendors out the way. Oh, man. I was so hoping there was at least something for today that's more than Veil Containment. Oh dear. NASA has confirmed that July was in fact the hottest month ever recorded on Earth. Yep. And unfortunately, once a record is set, it is usually quickly broken. Right, let's have a look at Eververse and see what goodies she's got. Oh, nice tries. You got a lot to get through, dude. All right, we'll go main screen because... Blank screen. Blank screen. All right, so over in the featured Bright Dust shelf, we have the Peace by the Water. 3,250 for this juicer. This is literally me every day this season. Fishing actually wasn't bad. But yeah. I feel that vibe though. Right, we got the Scrivener's Skipper. Does this shade well though, chat? Ooh, you know what? You know what? That's not too bad. Not quite a nothing like a platinum styling, but we go. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we're not going to look at that. Resurrected Shadow for 450. That's cool. I might grab that. Then we've got the Atmospheric Glow for 300 from Season of Opulence. One of my favourites, these. And then we've got the Butter Bark. You like your wood effect. Or if you like me and you creak a bit like a bit of old wood when you move around, you're getting that. You're getting on a bit. Like me, then it is there. Then we've got Bright Dust here. We've got Circling Sharks for 3,250. Guy, my goodness. Circling Sharks. No. The Witness Transmat. Nice. We got the Ionic Fringe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, mate. Oh, yeah. Just grab that juicer there. We got the Digital Pet Shell, the old Tamagotchi Go Shell. If you were born in the 80s/90s, you'll be very familiar with Tamagotchis. We got the JJ Research Rover. It's a bubble machine. West Ham fans will be super happy. Then we've got the Rapid Response 2000. Ooh, look at the effect on those tracers. I do like that. Even if it does look like the front of my Hoover. Oh my gosh, that's horrific. Oh, does it shade? Where's the one that everyone likes to put on stuff? Oh, it's got some neon lights going on. Oh, these change. Did these change? Or am I tripping? Oh, unfortunate. Missed opportunity there. Oh, that's not too bad. Then we've got the Outrunner. We'll grab that. That's a juicer. This is the community designed one, actually. Whoa. That is rather impressive, isn't it? Yo, Mr. Turbobox, welcome back, dude. That's nice. And then we got the side-eye projection. And we got this as well, cannon fodder for the transmat effect. There we go. Quick look at Tess. Let's head over to Banshee. See what they've got.
Let's get you back out there.
Ooh. Gnawing Hunger. Zen Moment Swash. Extended mag. Literally no reload. Not the greatest. One to keep an eye on, I guess. Judgment of Kelgaroth. Again, Unstoppable Force Overflow. It's a glaive. But he's been selling this all season, so it's there. Ikelos Hand Cannon. Stats for all Focus Fury. Taipan with Focus Fury Genesis. And the Royal Chase with Slideways and Thresh. Pretty good Void Scout, but not with that role. Worth checking out throughout the week. We got Feeding Frenzy Osmosis on the legal action. The Battle Scar with Shot Swap Headseeker. The Fugu, 4x Charm Focus Fury. Hand in Hand. Dual Loader. I'm not a fan of that perk, to be fair. Elemental Capacitor. Memory Interdict, Quick Draw, Elemental Capacitor. And the Palmyra B, Ambitious Assassin, Lasting Impression with Impact Casing and Hard Launch. Almost. If you want a good precision frame hacky launcher. Probably better than the one from Solstice. I appreciate that, Turbo Box. What's up, Truds? What are you knowing? Warlock Helmet is the ornament highlight for you. Yeah, I mean, the other classes will also have the ornaments for their relevant. Anyone in chat know what they are? Out of curiosity. The Solstice one rocks. I don't mind it. It's not meta defining though, is it? I like it with Hatchling though. We've got here Valkyrie Zero from Season of the Worthy. There we go. Ooh. Actually looks really nice on the Phoenix Protocol ornament there. Then we got the Carios Black from Curse of Osiris. And then we got the War Cult Scheme from Warmind. Kind of reminds me of the old Twitch shader. And then nothing godly there. Titan and Hunter helmets are F. Oh, okay. Not good. You think you spend £7 this year on silver? £7? I don't know. I don't know how much I've spent on silver. The Veil. No cutscene, Luna. Literally no cutscene. We just got boosters. But Tess has ornaments. Imagine Tess being the main attraction for a season finale. Everything's on sale. Why is it? What? Actually, that's a very good point. It is the last week of the season. I mean, there's some sale stuff, but I feel like they need to be heavily discounting some of this stuff. Right, we're going to get any bombshell moments. Let's turn this up.
Years ago, back on Venus, the Vex simulated copies of us, Maya and I, trapped in a virtual hell. After so long, even hell can look like heaven, can't it? I'm tired. I'm done. Maya has to be out there. The Maya I remember. And all I want is one more moment with her. To hold her in my arms. Tell her that I love her. So she can tell me to hush one more time. If we learned anything from the Veil, it's that eventually we all have to learn to let go. So I made contact with the Vex. I'm ready. And it's time to say goodbye.
In the end, Maya Sandaresh was consumed by her desire to understand and her inability to let go. She and Chioma lost everything in pursuit of knowledge. Chioma abandoned it all. Sought to wipe the state clean for future generations.
What did we learn from all of this?
That the veil is darkness, the power of consciousness made manifest, as much as the traveler is the light, the power of the physical world. The implications are great, but so too are the risks. As a younger man, I may have fallen into the same trap Maya did. But now I know better. We must proceed with caution, lest the river sweeps us away.
Is that it then? Is that it? I guess these are what they use to plug into the veil, yeah. So the Traveler is like the physical world, and Veil is consciousness. Oh, it's the final shape. I didn't even know you can come down here after you've done the missions, to be honest. We have to let Destiny 2 go. I think it's more about that we have to let this go. There's clearly something with the Vex. The Vex is basically it basically told us what the Traveler is, what the Veil is, and that we need to learn to let go. So that could be like, that could be a conscious thing, like a full universe reset coming. It's needed though, because it's the best opportunity to offer a blank canvas. It just looks like a giant thing from Gambit, doesn't it, really, from underneath? It makes weird noises. What's over on this notice board? It's not a notice board. We love that. It's a container. You here for it, to be honest? Dude, same. Right, it is Devil's Lair. So we might as well do a GM. What's the champs? Overload linear. Cool. Overload and barrier. Okay. Well, I'm going to stick the new ornament on. Yeah. Give that a whirl. Overload. Barrier. Linear. Cool. Alright, sick. Alright, who wants to do a Devil's Lair? Yeah, boy. Estimation might join if you want to do a Devil's Lair. I'm going to go to Orbit. Oh, man. It just feels weird, man. How good was Season of the Forge? How good was that? Undying was meh. But it normally... Season of Dawn was quality. Worthy had some cool moments. Even if it had that door that prevented us from progressing the mission to get Fellwinters. Season of Arrivals was a good season. I think it would have been one of Destiny's best seasons had it not needed to be extended to facilitate the delay of Beyond Light. Honestly. I feel like Arrivals would have been up there. Beyond Light was alright. The second best expansion in the Light versus Darkness chapter, I guess. Hunt was light, but that mirrors kind of the going trend. Chosen was good. It had a strike. Introduced Keitel, which is now a key character in this entire story. Helped us form an alliance with the Cabal. Thought it was a pretty good season. Splicer was a good season. Expunge missions were neat. They were quite like little time trials. Would have been nice to have the Crucible map then to go alongside with the whole aesthetic of the season. We've been inside the Vets network. But I thought that was pretty neat. The weapons were cool, unique. Season of the Lost. I think narratively it was probably the biggest season because it leads us directly into Witch Queen and had massive kind of overlaps with Savathun. Ley lines. Yeah, it was alright. It was a good season. What we got here? 30th anniversary pack. Pretty good. I think it was good value for money, to be honest. Risen. Risen was probably... Was Risen like the best first season of an expansion that we've had? We had like Battlegrounds and stuff. The Synaptic Spear. The Risen weapons are particularly good. It felt like a really good story on top of Witch Queen. I feel like the story was quite good with that. Haunted. That was a very dark season, that. A lot of inner searching done in that season, but cool though for what it was. I'm just not a fan of Leviathan, so I kind of don't have this in my kind of favorite season list for that reason, but offered some good weapons at least, and the dungeon duality, which is good. It's available this week as well to farm Artifice Armor, so get it. And the Heart Shadow Sword. Plunder had the ingredients to be good, but kind of fell off after maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Like, Catch Crash was basically Menagerie but Fallen. The expeditions, I question why they were there. It's there to create a gameplay loop. I know exactly why they're there, but they weren't enjoyable to do, really. And once the story had kind of fallen off, it offered very little reasons to replay it, to be fair. Good weapons, though. Arc 3.0 rework, which was Pog. Season of the Seraph was probably the best season of the year, in my opinion. Operation Seraph Shield. Additions to, like, the Ikelos weapon range set. Yeah, and narratively it was great. Story on Rasputin. And kind of set us up for Lightfall. And we'll leave it there. There's not much to say about Lightfall. I'm joking. You really enjoyed Risen and Witch Queen? Felt let down by Lightfall? Yeah. Lightfall... I don't know if it's because Lightfall isn't what it was supposed to be, is it? Bungie said that when they announced it, Lightfall was supposed to be the end. The name kind of implies that. And then they came out... Mate, it couldn't have even been long. It must have been like 3 months, if that, after the showcase, and said, actually, for us to be able to tell the story that we want to tell, we're not going to be able to do it in 3 expansions. So there's going to be a 4th one called The Final Shape. And I feel like Beyond Light and Witch Queen were kind of signed, sealed, and delivered. But it does feel like Lightfall has been kind of, if you had like a nice chocolate cake, Lightfall is like a slice, maybe 2 slices of that cake. And I'm hoping the rest of it is The Final Shape. I think Lewin is a good destination, really. Lightfall for me, like, it felt good to play Destiny in Lightfall. Like, I feel like everyone goes back to the story, which is really important because everyone wants the timeline to have a worthy ending, and I'm very much on board with that. But in terms of like how Destiny felt to play, Strand, and things like that, I felt like Destiny was in a good place then. But I don't feel like Season of Defiance really offered a lot alongside Lightfall. So if the expansion itself doesn't get received well in a first season of a new year, as we've seen, with the exception of maybe Risen, 3 out of the last 4 have not been particularly, they've not been heaters, have they? So, and we are here, Season of the Deep. Oh man, if they would have merged Season of the Splicer and Lightfall, I think merging Lightfall with The Final Shape would have been alright, to be honest. But there must be an absolutely incredible story they're looking to tell. Yeah, Wayne, yeah, I fully get it. Because it didn't have an end. This is the thing, like, at the end of Witch Queen, there's an end. At the end of Beyond Light, there's an end when it comes to like the protagonist, right? Lightfall doesn't have an end. Really, it has an ending, but it isn't. We know it's not the end, right? And we know that because we have more questions than answers when we come out of it. And the other 2 expansions didn't really do that. If anything, the destinations and the missions and the activities alongside those DLCs helped answer some of those questions. And Lightfall didn't do as a good a job of doing that. I just hope this just needs to be an absolute banger. I'm not being funny. Season of the Redacted, you can't see it because my face is bigger than the season. This needs to be an absolute banger, chat. I'm on private. I'll sort that out in a sec, dude. Sorry. This needs to be a heater, man. I mean, a reprised raid definitely helps, don't get me wrong. But please let it be the right raid. Oh, please. My goodness. Right, I'm public now. You hope they don't focus too much on the new subclass and more on the story. I feel like they're both as important as each other, man. Honestly. Got room for one more gamer. We're going to do some Devil's Lair. It's not particularly difficult. Get yourself buzzard, some adept loot, some stuff. Bonus ranks if you need the ornament for last right. Come get it. They need to all be epic seasons and expansions. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know, man. Like, I did make a thread on Twitter. I don't know if you guys kind of read through this, but I feel like it took me a while to put this tweet together. I mean, or post on X, if that. I literally can't even at this point. I basically say, overall, Season of the Deep is what we expected from Destiny's 21st season. Foundationally predictable and more of the same, which is the major which is a major contributing factor to player sentiment going into the final shape. Yeah. Right. Exclamation mark join. Let's get a gamer in here. Let's go. Come on, Jesse. Do we know what the next seasonal weapon will be from the vendors? They have said, haven't they? Oh, no, they haven't said. They've said what the new weapons are going to be for the vendors. But they haven't actually told us anything about Season 22. Officially. Other than it comes out on the 22nd of August. That's it. What's the Eververse stuff this week? If you scroll back probably half an hour, that is the first thing we cover, Josh. It's a great thing about YouTube streams. You can literally grab the bar at the bottom of my face and go back 30 minutes and I've got you, dude. It's actually pretty good if you're a Warlock main. Alright, are we, I guess we're good to go. I'm guessing we are good to go. Oh, Strand as well? Strand Surge? Ooh. What raid are you looking forward to? I think, in all honesty, I look forward to any of the reprise raids. I don't dislike any of the raids that are not in the game currently. But the raid that I want the most would be Wrath of the Machine. I just don't know whether they would do that because splicers don't exist in the game as we used to have them. So I don't know. All good, Josh. Catch you in a little bit, bro. Why do digital humanoids that exist in the digital space need couches, resting areas, and places for food? Only 10 Skyriders guards are allowed to exist at once. I mean, the Neomunians would have existed, but they put themselves into a digital state, right? Because of the... Oh, maybe we gotta go left. Hard left. That's a skiff. You started playing during Beyond Light? What are the Splicers? You might have seen them in Season of the Splicer. They are basically like the... Do you want to not? Mate, the game is hacking, bro. What even is this? Even the Acolytes hack. Well, he just got shoulder charged up his little cheeks, didn't he? Bruh. Mickey, what was that, dude? I've literally never seen that in my life. Report him quick before he despawns. Oh, someone clip that. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. It's a sneak attack? Dude. It's cheating is what it is. Freaking cheaters. Michael, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Hope you're doing good and the acolytes aren't wall hack, you know, doing wall hacks. Nice. Where'd that well go? I heard a well. Oh. Come on, dude. Guy's been a bit of a pussy hole here. Jesus. He's mad because he's bad. Grab that heavy brick real quick. Bad, I should ban the Hives account. Dude, I'm gonna tweet that after this strike. I might need to cut the clip down a little bit. But if you can't beat him, join him, I guess. This guy was the goat, man. Whew. Yes, this is a GM. Yeah, we're doing GM now. These guys are getting a little bit cheeky. We gotta get back though, because there'll be more. Ugh. I don't mind GMs. GMs are alright. This one's a pretty fun GM, really. Can't see anything. Oh, we need to get back. Get back! Oh, shit! They put a well down at the front. This is actually like the worst place to put a well, really. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. All good, Wayne. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, man, down here. This should be it, I think. Oh, no. All right. Okay. Hope next season have Stasis 3.0 or the artifact utilizes aspects from Stasis. That would be epic. I think, isn't it Solar that's due? Can I do a GM at 1803? That might be... what is the requirement? Not really sure. Oh, frick, man. Got ruined. You can at 1803? Nice. Not with me, probably, because I'm trash. I might run another one. Right. Man, there's so many what are we taking down first? Left side? Okay. Skiff inbound. Man, there's... Man. Okay, alright, let's do the other brig. Damn it! Out of ammo. I mean, Stasis 3.0 would be nice. Stasis on a walk is... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This thing dead yet? Okay, now, man. Mind it. Oh, it's going to shit, chat. Hey, take this walker down. Damn, man, these snipers are a pain. They're all finishable, but I can't finish them. Oh man, this walker is a pain. God's sake, right, cool. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, finally. I don't have a lot of ammo. Cool, alright. Shit. Mate, that guy is like a boss. This is a GM crypt. Guy's like a boss. Alright, sound. Yeah, dude. Here we go. This music is fire! Alright, concentration phase. Man, he's freaking. Damn it. Nine seconds. Nice. Scare off was done alright, you know. I just wish it hit harder. That's the only thing. Oh shit. Morning, Kaya. Good to see you. You're late to the party. It's all good, John. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Is there a finale mission? No. No, there is some dialogue at Veil Containment, which basically explains exactly what the Veil and Traveler are. And that we have to learn to let go, basically. Oh, fuck. Tell me you're in a bad place without telling me you're in a bad place. Oh my god. I need to get back in there, mate. He's hiding like a pussy. Alright, cool. Oh no! What did I do that for? Oh yeah, having two wells is pretty fire, to be fair. Have we got 5 seconds? Nice! Rain of Fire, Buzzard Adept. Yeah! Yeah! GG's and a positive outlook. You doing GMs? Yeah. Gems. Ooh, rapid hit headstone. Could be a spicy one. Rain of Fires. Unfortunate. You need a stasis one? I mean... Oh yeah, commendations. GG, so I'll go back to the tower real quick. Already got tons of sidearms. I feel you, man. I feel you. Alright. Nice. Cool. Right, let's see what buzzard I actually got, though. I'll stick that in the vault for a rainy day. Oh, man. I ain't doing that right now. Unfortunate. Gilded. Yeah, stasis is pretty easy on the Glassway. Oh, show. Oh. Alright, we'll sort ourselves out at the tower, and then we'll do... Kai, if you want to do your stasis run. And then I don't know if one of these guys wants to stay in, or if someone else wants to jump in. They are more than welcome. Oh yeah, the transmit effect. Let's do that. All good, Jesse. All good. Appreciate you hopping in. Carrying my ass. Oh. I just wish that scout would hit harder. I mean, I've got backup mag on it. I could probably change that for minor spec. A little bit more damage. See how that goes. I'm not in the Discord at the moment, dude. No. I'm just chilling. I'm big chilling. No. Literally no seasonal finale. I mean, there's boosts in every playlist this week. Last Wish is back as well. Veil Containment's got its last bit of dialogue, which tells us exactly what the Veil is, what the Traveler is, and basically tells us that we need to kind of start letting go. Maybe this season they have, Chris. What happens is every season they kind of change the rotation a little bit, so we might see some of the Europa ones come back next season. I hope so, because I enjoy them, because they're easy. Yeah, dude. That was good. I like that transmat. All good slingshot, Dave. All good, Dave. What we got? Encore. Oh, frick, man. I just got completely... Oh, 4th time swash. I mean, how often is that going to proc when I've got 16 rounds in the mag, chat? What is the roll? What is the roll? Appreciate you, Jesse. Thank you. Let's have that. Buzzard. Perpetual motion rangefinder or overflow kinetic tremors. Yeah, that sounds like a fun gun. Not that one. Alright, sound. Kai, are you good? You good to go?
Turn honors me, Guardian.
Oh, frick. You forgot Europa existed, TBH? Oh my god. Alright, let's go tap. Orbit. Ooh. Accelerated coils, ionized battery. What have I got in here? Enhanced battery, ionized battery. Oh, I guess the one I've got is better. You should be able to jump in, KA. You're on the old friends list. Dude, hand cannon meta in PvE. I'm so good for that, Dan. Honestly, like, Sunshot is going to be incredible. Yeah, man. Hand cannons in PvE might be nice. Fatebringer will be good as well. Appreciate you staying in, Flash. Legend. As a hunter, you already use hand cannons. Yeah, dude. They just don't... Like, in... Hand cannons are fine in PvE. But when you start notching up the difficulty, Legend, Master, Grandmaster, especially those last two, hand cannons are practically pointless. Unless you're using them to stun a champion. You wouldn't use it. Because you need to keep the distance and the range normally. Play a bit more passive.
Beneath the ruins of a cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony.
Ah, Malfeasance and Lucky Pants? Yes, Dave. You dirty man. It's exactly the meta. Crimson as well? Yeah, Crimson's go. Crimson's good in the Crucible, you know. I would fully expect to see a lot of Crimson next season. I might even dust it off. There's some pretty pay-to-win-esque kind of ornaments for that as well. We're going to go hard left again. Hopefully I don't get taken out by a wall-hacking acolyte. And we'll be alright. Is this guy in the thing again? Oh my god, he is. God. Right, that acolyte is in the wall again, so that might be him though. Oh no, he's definitely still there. Boobies! I'm joking. So childish, man. Where's he getting in through the wall from, man? I need to know this. Yeah. Nice. All right, cool. We're good. You get a lot of messages for slating you for using Crimson. I mean, there's some cheesy stuff in Crucible. I wouldn't really put Crimson in that category. I mean, Jotun's pretty cringe at times. Maybe clutching on the Monarch when it's kind of insanely strong is a bit cringe. Everything else, whatever. I always feel like I'm going to die when I do that. Dude, acolytes are insane. Can't dodge that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Guardian down.
Oh my god. Minor Spec's helping a little bit, you know. If you don't get hate messages, you're not doing too well. Oh man. I mean, I don't play enough Crucible, really. Right, he's gone. Get some of those reses back. Monte Carlo was your first exotic you played with playing Destiny. Nice, yeah, man. Monte Carlo is probably going to be a pretty popular one next season. Um. Kind of disagree with that. Where's orbs at? Yeah, we take that heavy brick. I believe they are. I think it might include using the bayonet on the front of the weapon, which would be pretty nice. Oh my god, this guy's insane. Shit. I mean, I could be in a worse place. Your first was Xenophage? My first ever exotic was Thunderlord, I think, in D1. I can't remember what my D2 one was. I cannot remember. Stasis putting in work though. Jeez Louise, man. Wells out. This is other fool. Damn, man. I'm getting shredded, dude. Let's get some reses back. Bro, you wanna not? Oh no. There's a good silence and score that. Really good. Really, really good. Holy shit. Love the chair finisher. I love it too, Jess. But the problem is, Jesse, is that it often takes me out as well. was close. That was close, y'all. Holy shit. I think it should be real though. Skiff. Oh god.
Guardian down.
Damn, son. Shit.
Guardian down.
Walker dealt with. Joe Blackburn post is very interesting. Oh, someone got a link to that? Joe Blackburn posted? Trying something different? Oh shit, okay. That's 15 minutes. Alright, we'll finish this, dude, and we'll watch that.
Guardian down.
Get out of here. Who's Joe Blackburn? He's basically Destiny's producer. He's the main director, isn't he now? Oh shit. It's actually a video, Nud. The video, a 15-minute video. So we'll watch it after this strike. What's the armor set on the thumbnail? Armor set. That is the one from Eververse this season, isn't it? What a nade. What a grenade. Get on my level, bro. Honestly. Cool. Bro, he teleported behind me. What is that? Cool. That's King's Watch, isn't it? King's Watch. Oh, it's a Warlock set. Yeah, it's a Warlock set. Oh, man. Home run. But we'll knock this boss out and I'm going to watch that video and then give you my thoughts. Yeah, I think it is a bug with it, dude. It is so frustrating. Oh, I thought that was contacting Destiny 2 servers then. Damn it. Damn it! Science of School is doing some work, you know. They are thickening, they are, dude. Nice. Castings and a buzzard. GG's, GG's. All right, let's get this Joe Blackburn thing on the go. Let's go to orbit. All right, let's see what's happening then. Check your title. I will in a sec, bro. Just gonna have a little look at this little shenanigans. This is Joe Blackburn, everyone. He looks serious. It's 15 minutes of seriousness, so let's have a quiet listen, shall we?
Hey everybody, it's Joe, and I'm just here to check in on how Destiny's going. So a few weeks ago, we put about state of the game communication that wasn't up to our standards for what y'all have come to expect for those kinds of communications. It didn't provide the high-level vision that we normally provide, and really and truly, a bunch of us were heads down working the final shape and weren't able to give it the sort of care and love that we normally put into these kind of communications. And that's nobody's fault but mine here on this. So I wanted to come in, talk to you all directly, and sort of give you an update on what we thought about the state of the game that we put out and what we think about Destiny as a whole. Now this is going to be pretty different than normal. This isn't a highly produced sort of production. It's me in my office. It's not scripted. I've got a bunch of notes here that we're going to read through. And it's going to feel probably more like you're just in a meeting with me, which is going to be rambly, and we're probably going to mess up a few times. But really, I just want to go over where we're thinking about the game. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the reveal coming out next week. We're going to talk about PvP. We're going to talk about armor. We're going to talk about our communication strategy. Those are the big ones. So let's just get right into it. Let's start with reveal. Next week, we're going to go out and we're going to show an awesome showcase for the final shape. We're really excited about a bunch of the content in there, but and truly, that showcase is not a reaction to the state of the game last week. It's not a reaction to a bunch of the sentiment online, and it's definitely not a reaction to this video. It was recorded a while ago. I think I have a mustache in the video. And it's a pretty focused reveal. In the same way that the game itself is pretty focused. The final shape is focused on the light. It's focused on the enemies we've been setting up and the allies that you've come to know. It's not about a bunch of wacky new systems or wacky new themes coming into Destiny. Instead, we want to make an experience that's super easy for anyone who's ever played Destiny to come in and absolutely fall in love with the content that's before them. I think the other thing that's really important here to know, as I sort of look at my meeting notes, is that communication is built for a pretty wide audience, much wider than probably whoever is watching this video. So what we're not going to talk about is things like a big new Strange Coin refactor and Xur revamp that's coming out in the final shape. We're not going to talk about things like...
So basically, and rightfully so, it's been mega transparent. Basically, he's saying that what we see in the showcase isn't necessarily going to answer a lot of the questions and feedback that Bungie got off the state of the game. So if you're going to go into the showcase expecting answers, that is not what you're going to see. But what you are going to see is a focused but accessible depiction of Destiny's next chapter, which is accessible to more players or a bigger group. That's how I'm kind of getting it, right? Did you even notice the galley? Yeah, nerf galley up here. Can I turn the music Destiny down remote? Oh yeah, let me exit Destiny. Yeah, let me do that. All right, so that's how that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine.
A refactor of HUD elements where we're making sure the buffs and the debuffs are more clear and you can tell what's happening in higher level combat. It's going to, again, really be focused on the story, really be focused on the location, and maybe we'll get into a little bit about how the live service of Destiny is going to change after the final shape.
That's a big one.
Following that showcase, Dan, our GM, and I are going to be on set, taking questions, dotting T's, crossing I's, or maybe the reverse of that, on what you've seen in the showcase. So we'll provide a little bit more clarity on what was shown, and we'll probably get into some ways that maybe our philosophy on the final shape or specific details might have changed over the last few weeks since we recorded the showcase. All right, I think that's it for reveal. If I'm looking at the sheet next, we've got PvP. So let's...
Oh, shit. The juicer. PvP. Change how? That's the $1 million question. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're basically going to show in the showcase, right? It's going to be focused. So essentially, the showcase is focused on the narrative that they want to tell, the destination, and what the live service looks like for Destiny after the final shape. Because I'm sure we'll all agree the current kind of structure and how things roll out week over week, season over season is somewhat predictable. So if there is a way of mixing it up, changing it up, that is basically what we're going to find out. Something like that. It might even stay the same. I'm not a dev, but like those are the 3 pillars that the showcase is going to show. Subscription. Ah, mate, can you imagine Destiny is a subscription service? And it doesn't have seasons instead. Ooh, I don't know. Dave, you might be onto something there, bro. I don't know. Would they do that? Would they change the model like that? Maybe. I mean, it would kind of... Would it? It's tough, isn't it? Because a lot of I feel like a lot of the criticism around the DCV and the cycling of content is very hard to justify when people are spending $100 a year on the DLC and the season passes. So when you start taking some stuff away that people have paid money for, it's hard. You can't really justify it. It's hard to justify. But like if you've got a subscription model and it's a live game that's organic, things will come, things will go. but you're not investing $100 all in one go, kind of thing, a la carte, kind of as you go. I don't know. Is that more acceptable? All right, let's carry on. PvP.
Let's start with the state of PvP right now in Destiny. What have we been doing? What have we been focused on? We've been really focused on sandbox balance. So like a big focus of effort last year was just making sure that Strand came out in a good place and got to live sort of in harmony with the rest of our Crucible ecosystem. Aside from that, we've been focusing on putting up 2 weapon balances per season, one at the start, one in the mid-season. And we've been focusing on ritual updates to PvP, be this mode updates, point updates, reward updates at the beginning of each season. Finally, we flip over to our agenda. We've been focused on making 1 new map and a few reprises a year. Now, all that aside, I think it's fair to say this approach is not producing the Crucible that our players expect us. So what are we going to do? How are we going to change? First, let's talk about maps. It's clear that the sort of slow trickle of PvP maps isn't having the effect we want. And although it gets an injection of PvP maps every so often into the ecosystem, it's also forcing this like 1 new map a year. It means we're trying to build a map that has to do everything, which means it can't be good at anything. So next year, we're going to change our philosophy. Instead of a slow trickle of maps throughout the year, we're going to focus our effort into a single map pack that's free for everyone. So imagine new maps coming in 1 drop where we can make a bunch of new experiences that can all be good at specific things and adds a big variety in a single drop next year.
Oh shit. When was the last time I downloaded a map pack? Fucking hell. That must have been like Call of Duty. Free, yeah. Free. I mean, at the end of the day, like, they dev 1 map a year currently, and they reprise another, right? And that costs them money, but ultimately, PvP isn't what makes Bungie their money, necessarily, so... I guess the question is how many maps are in the pack, right? It's going to be a combination of reprised maps, new maps. You might even go into that. Let's have a look.
Now, this is a shift from our strategy, so it's going to take us time to sort of understand the details of what we're putting out here and getting that out to y'all next year. Okay, maps are great, but we still really believe that PvP is about the foundation, and new maps aren't going to solve a foundation. So, modes. First of all, I'm really excited about what's coming out in Season 22, first with Checkmate. Checkmate is a mode all about that sort of primary fire, basic weapon excellence of Bungie games, and being able to show that excellence in a PvP setting. It's what a bunch of our like really marksman-style PvP players have been asking for a long time, since Destiny 1, and we're finally going to put a mode like that in the game. And I'm super excited for a bunch of those players to get that experience starting right away in Season 22. Next, we've got Relic. And so Relic is a different kind of mode, and it sort of is a building off of these experiments that we've been doing with things like Fortress or Eruption, where it's about this quality Destiny sandbox experience of your guns and your powers that escalates when you succeed in sort of a crazy mayhem-like experience.
It's a very spiky mode, that, though, isn't it? Because that's going to be very spiky. I mean, but very different in a way that Mayhem is spiky. Mayhem's spiky because everyone gets the supers at the same time. This would be spiky because someone's kind of been popping off, and then they're really popping off with a relic at some point. Checkmate sounds like D1 launch, D2 launch to me. That's because it was like double primary. We were forced into that, really. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
And we think the balance of those two things is a really great time to sort of spin away from other parts of the game and get the full spectrum of what Destiny has to offer. I'm really excited about things like Fortress, and I'm really excited that Relic is going to provide an experience like this that is both, you know, fun for people that are really good at slaying out and also has these sort of like high octane hijinks moments to it. But that's what we've already committed to. So let's talk about some new things that we think we need to do.
New stuff. This is an awesome video. I like it how it's kind of just very offhand, you know what I mean? It's quite casual. Yeah, he's got bullet points and stuff, but any YouTuber has notes, scripts, bullet points. You want to make sure you don't miss anything, right? So,
one, we know we need to bring more of our modes into the core playlists. We've been putting a lot out in labs. We've been putting a lot out in Iron Banner. And to be honest, there's a few obstacles to us putting these into our core playlists, be this VO or small bug level issues that we just were like, I don't know if we're ready. I think that has been blocking us from doing the right thing here. So we're going to take on some of that bug wake. We're going to take on a little bit of the jank, and we're going to say, no. This isn't worth us not putting into the mode. And so we're going to take some of these modes that we've been putting in Crucible Labs, that we've been putting in Iron Banner, and taking them and putting them into the core PvP experience that most of our players experience. We've also heard a lot about comp, and particularly about the way that we reward points in comp. So we want to take a new approach to the way that we're balancing points in comp. Right now, we think it's just weighted too much on your personal MMR versus the people you're playing against. And when you win or when you lose a game, it can be really unpredictable how many points you're getting. We're going to go to a simpler system where winning or losing just matters more. Finally, we want to get great modes like Countdown Rush into competitive and get modes that people are less excited about, like Rift, out of the rotation. Making that competitive experience more about the game modes that, you know, our players enjoy. Okay, so we've talked map strategy.
Yeah, I don't know why they put Rift in 3v3, man. Like, why? It's so strange. They are acknowledging that at least. You got 69 lucky pants from the GM. Let's go.
We've talked modes. I want to talk one other effort we want to do here. We're going to bolster what we call a PvP strike team. Throughout Destiny development, we've built strike teams for efforts before. This has probably been sort of invisible to you all in the audience, but in moments like in between Curse of Osiris and Warmind, we built a strike team for Destiny investment. This team was sort of built around, hey, how can we make it more rewarding and more enjoyable to just get stuff in Destiny 2? This team built stuff very quickly, like what would eventually become the masterworking system. They also went through, knocked out a whole bunch of bugs, knocked out a whole bunch of quality of life issues. We're going to take the same effort and we're going to build a PvP strike team around the same principle, but have it focused on the Crucible. It's going to be led by PvP developers, and it has a really interesting playbook for how this works. And that's that first the team decides what they want to do. They as a team get together, say, hey, these are the changes we want to make. Those changes go through me. They go through our systems CD. And then when we say, yep, those are great changes, they immediately get communicated with you all in the community. Right, so this will be going out in a TWID, going out in a Twitter post, or going out on Reddit, right? Just sort of some immediate blast, like, hey, these are the changes coming. And those changes get communicated even before they start getting implemented. And then we start getting implemented. We found this formula is a really successful way for us to be able to push through changes quickly into the community. And I think one of the most exciting parts about these strike teams is we build them based off of community feedback. So these strike teams are built from the ground up to look at, hey, what are the pain points that are hitting our community the most? And so all this list is going to be built and burned down from, hey, these are the big issues the PvP community is looking at in Destiny. All right, I think that's the end of the PvP part of our agenda. If I'm looking at our notes here, I think we're now going to talk about armor. It's probably been a while since we talked about this part about armor. But we might have talked about it before. I want to start with talking about armor visual categories in Destiny. So at the top, we've got what we call aspirational armor. This is stuff like raids, trials, dungeons. We want the armor that comes from these activities to be flashy, or to like really talk about the core of what that experience is. It's really important that when players earn these armors, they feel proud, they want to wear them, they want to show them off in the tower. Next, we've got silver, right? This is armor that you can buy for the store for silver. It's important for us that this feels like it's sort of breaking the mold of what you could expect in a Destiny game. It's our place to experiment with stuff that's a little bit fourth wall breaky. And importantly, we want anyone that spends silver on armor to feel like, hey, it was worth it, right? Like I got my money's worth when I spent this armor, it was cool. Then we have what I call narrative armor. This is the stuff that you'll see in any sort of our marketing trailers. This is the stuff that you earn in the season pass. It's the stuff that you earn in the post game of a campaign. And it's really about driving home what that specific moment in time was. So in season 21, it's deep sea diver armor, right? In Witch Queen, it's sort of like weird paranormal detective armor. You'll see what it is in the final shape here in a week or so. But that armor for us is really about like driving home this clear, consistent fantasy of like, oh yeah, I was there. I remember that time in Destiny. Finally, we've got rituals and blues. And this space is always sort of...
Rituals and blues should not be one category. Let's see what he has to say.
About that core Guardian fantasy. What does the Guardian look like that you would imagine sort of the stereotypical everyday Guardian, or the Guardian that you see on the front line? Maybe tragically a Guardian that tried to go into the portal of the Traveler and then gets cut up into a million pieces. This is that spot. And we need a lot of armor here to sort of flesh out those fantasies. Now, sometime in the middle of last year, we sort of reevaluated our priorities on armor. And we said, hey, we need to be spending more on the armors that people care the most about, the people that earn, that spend, that do all this so they can sort of get these armors in the game. So this is like our PvP stuff in trials, our aspirational stuff in raids and dungeons, our narrative stuff. We thought we weren't consistently hitting the bar enough in those looks. And I think that since that initiative, we've been really successful in this. We've put out great stuff in terms of like cowboy armor for Spire. We've put out awesome stuff in the Root of Nightmares raid, and we've put out a bunch of awesome armor sets for sort of a deep sea fantasy last season and Season of the Deep. Now, what we failed to do when we reprioritized, hey, where are our resources going, is communicate this to you. So we knew that when we made this change, we were going to be able to make a ritual armor set every single year. And we thought, okay, well, that's fine. We have a lot that fits this sort of base Guardian fantasy. But we should have communicated that out to you. And so, one, I'd like to say, this is not a thing that we're never going to invest in. We're investing in it again in the final shape. There's going to be a whole nother ritual suite of armor. And we're excited to sort of replenish that base Guardian fantasy. But just because we're doing that in the final shape year, that doesn't mean that we communicated this soon enough. So also for this year, we want to take an armor set that we were going to put in the Eververse, and we're saying, no. We should have communicated this earlier. It's really important that our fans can trust us. Let's take this armor set that we were going to use in season 22 for the Eververse set, and let's say, no, it's going to be free, and we're going to put it as ritual rewards. So next season, before the end of the season, you should see a brand new armor set that you can earn through playing Strikes, Crucible, Gambit as like a ritual reward for doing this, a brand new armor look. Again, we're confident in our strategy going forward. We believe this is the right priority going forward, but also it's our responsibility to communicate this stuff sooner. So we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing by all the fans.
I like that. I feel like that should be a thing anyway. Like if you wanted a way of just encouraging players to play those ritual playlists, then that's absolutely how you do it. Have the armor sets that you can earn through any of the playlists, so you can play what you want, and you can just farm them until you get the full armor set, and then you can transmog it. I feel like it's a pretty neat way of getting people in the ritual playlists. I think that's fair.
All right, I think that's armor. Let's talk about comms. Okay.
The Eververse armor used to be way more obtainable in year... I can't read that. What's that say? Year 1 of D2? Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, we've talked a lot about how the...
What is this vid? This is Joe Blackburn. He's basically the game director for Destiny 2. So he's just basically addressing a lot of the state of the game stuff, like the feedback, but also kind of setting expectations with things like what the final shape showcase isn't going to answer a lot of the questions that we had, and isn't a reaction to our reaction of that particular blog, but he's providing a bit more of a sort of a forward view on some of the pressure points that were highlighted, things like PvP, armor, and things like that, and some of the decisions around those. So this is the kind of stuff that should have been in the State of the Game blog. So massive props to Joe for even just putting this together. I don't think anyone expected this, but I actually like how he's done this. This actually just feels like he's talking to us, which is exactly how it'd be, you know, rather than a heavily edited kind of high production thing.
The development team is very busy, and I think that although we really want to be focused on delivering great content to y'all and making sure that's our top priority, that doesn't mean our communications have to suffer. And so the first thing, we want to be talking to y'all more. But talking to y'all more, our number one priority, we have to keep our community members and our community leaders safe from the Bungie side. I don't want anyone that signs up to come work at Bungie and to talk to y'all about the game to have to worry about their personal safety. So we're going to keep using our branded accounts. You'll see these on Twitter, and you'll see these on Reddit, right? And we want to be using those accounts with more personality, going and talking to y'all more. The other thing is me. I play the game a bunch, and
you can fucking tell he plays the game a bunch as well, and he cares about it. That's kind of huge, really. Like, you know, when you can kind of watch someone talk about the game, you think you're talking about the game as a product, right? But he's talking about it as a gamer as well, right? So like, you can tell.
Right now, I don't have a bunch of time to be writing sort of big, long blog posts like you would assume. But when season 22 rolls around again, I'm going to be in the game a lot. I'm going to be playing a lot. So what we want to do is commit to a few times next season and the season after. I'm just going to stream me playing the game. And you'll be able to come and talk to me. And it's not going to be reveal packed, but it is a great time to just be like, hey, check in with Joe. These are the things that we're feeling. Get his opinions on them. And hopefully, if I can get and play with some of our like elite players, me learn a bit more about the game. I learn a ton from playing with you all in the community about different builds that are exciting, different ways to roll. So I want to commit, get out there, play some PvP, learn from some experts, and play alongside all of you next season.
Mate, if you want to know how to do, get to the tower flawlessly, Joe, I'm here, bro. Like, that's kind of out there, isn't it? Putting himself out there, man. Mate, you're going to need some mods in that chat, though. Because you know the internet's a wild place, Joe. I respect you for doing that, though. And I'll happily game and do whatever raid that is coming next season. We can knock that out. Jarv and Joe Blackburn stream when? You jump on Intruds. Team GP. GB, let's go.
All right, the only thing that I have left here is close. So I think that means my rambling on here today is over. Thanks so much for listening to this, for watching this. Really excited to see a bunch of y'all next week at the reveal. Bye.
Let's see some of these comments.
Hey everybody, it's Joe, and I'm.
What's up, Joe? Please, internet, don't be that guy, man. Yeah, lots of good stuff. You have to give credit where credit is due, man. Like, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen another game director come out and just do stuff like that. Just doing what Bungie does. Bungie used to kind of be leading, setting the trend. I just hope the wider community and the community as a whole embrace this openness, right? And use it for the better good, which is ultimately improving the game that we all know and love, and not be internet trolls and absolute on that. So that's all I'm going to say. I think Joe's done a solid one there, to be honest. I feel like he's answered a lot of questions and kind of set us up, really. We know what kind of to expect next week. A very focused showcase, so I definitely look forward to that. You like him? Yeah, man. Joe's always kind of... he's always been very good when it comes to communicating. He's done a lot of threads on Twitter before. And he just loves the game. I mean, you don't leave Bungie then come back to direct the project if you don't love the game, right? So, like, yeah, I love it, man. I think it's really well done. So yeah, like I say, credit to him and obviously Bungie for putting it out there. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up for today. I'm gonna go grab some food. It's 8 p.m. here in the UK, so don't want to get too late when it comes to eating. I'll have some content dribbling out throughout the course of the week, so keep your peepers peeled for that. But we will be streaming the showcase right here next Tuesday, so be sure to drop by, stick with us while we embrace the future of Destiny. Pretty massive statement, but it's absolutely true. But yeah, have a fantastic evening, an absolutely awesome week, and I'll catch you all again very soon.